Happy solstice and happy full moon in Capricorn. So, right after the sun goes into Capricorn, we have this full moon culminating the moon cycle that began with the Gemini new moon. We're thinking about creativity as we begin the summer season in the Northern Hemisphere, that time when daylight, we have all the light, right? Long days. It's the growing season. It is the time when we are putting our efforts into things to see them grow, to see them emerge and thrive. And as well, with the Capricorn full moon, we are thinking about what results do we want. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe, technically for Friday, June 21st. But of course, as always, I post these videos on the evening prior to the day that they're for. So that can get a little bit confusing sometimes, but here we are. So it's being posted on the day of the solstice, and we're heading into the day of the exact full moon. And so we're looking at this dynamic between Cancer and Capricorn. I've had a couple of fantastic videos recently that you should check out if you missed them. Yesterday's really powerful video on self-care tips for self-realization that can help you in this process of how you are becoming more fully yourself through this creative process, and what it looks like and what it means for you and your life, and how this journey is unfolding as you step into your highest potential. So where you are on the journey, how that is taking you where you need to go, and how to think about all of that in terms of what you want and where you are headed, and how to support yourself in that journey. So yesterday's video, 3 self-care tips for self-realization. And then last Sunday on June 16th, I had a great video about the Cancer Capricorn cardinal axis and what is the energy dynamics of Friday's full moon in Capricorn following the summer solstice. So check that out for a deeper dive on the meaning of today's full moon, and where we are in this bigger picture of supporting ourselves to become more fully who we are here to be and make a positive impact in the world around us through taking action and making things happen that are very tangible and can get results. So we're thinking with this full moon about strategy, new strategic directions. So let's look at a few keywords for Capricorn as we think about how to make this happen with the energy of Friday's full moon. So some keywords for Capricorn are serious, getting real, responsible, right? So taking responsibility for who we are and being who we are and doing what we're capable of doing. Hardworking. It doesn't mean killing yourself. It just means doing the things that you are intending to bring results. So put in the time, put in the effort, devote some of your precious resources, your time, your energy into things that are important to you. Thinking about where your time goes, where your energy goes, and is it helping you to further you along toward your highest potential, to be your most creative, inspired self. And so Capricorn, right, it gets this reputation sometimes for being hard and serious and no fun. But when you think about what Capricorn actually is, it is how we bring our strengths to make things happen. So with some of the other signs of the zodiac, we have these great dreams and visions and imagination and new ideas, and especially with the Gemini moon cycle, right? All kinds of ideas and thinking and learning new things. But with Capricorn, it's like, what are you going to do about that? How are you going to implement it? How are you going to make it into a thing? So Capricorn is getting serious because it is asking us to live up to our highest potential. And so that's why some more keywords for Capricorn have to do with proving yourself, tapping into your strengths and growing in your own strength, right? Getting stronger. So what does that look like? If you were to get stronger, what would you want to be stronger in, right? And how can you have the discipline, another good Capricorn keyword, have the discipline to work toward building some strength in that area that's important to you. So with Capricorn, we also have boundaries and limits. So knowing our limits and working within them. Think about how boundaries and limits force you to get creative. Because if you have unlimited potential, infinite everything, you can do anything without, thinking about it. Just anytime you had an idea or a dream, it would just happen. It doesn't help you develop yourself. So that's why, there's some element of being able to access that infinite potential that inspires us with new thinking, new ideas, new perspectives, recognizing what we're capable of that seemed impossible before, but really is possible. So how the boundaries and limits help us is by giving us the constraints or the restraints or the container within which we must operate. And that forces us to think about what we want to accomplish and how to accomplish it within those limitations. So within our own limitations, how can we be more of who we are, living up to our highest potential? And that is profoundly creative. So what is creative? But it is how we create, how we make things come into being that did not exist before. And Capricorn energy helps us do that because it is about how ideas become real, or dreams or visions become real. So working within boundaries and limits to tap into our very most inspired and creative selves that can actually make things happen in a tangible way that get the results we want. So thinking during this full moon, which is illuminating something to help you be able to see what you could not see before. Remember, full moons are reflecting the full light back to you. So they are illuminating something you need to see. And that ability to see what you could not see previously helps you to see what's going to make things tangible. So you want to think about, what are the results I want? And without being too attached to specifics, in other words, you might have to be flexible. And contrary to popular opinion, Capricorn actually can be quite flexible. So think about the kinds of structures you want and how they need to adapt. Just like a tree can bend in the wind, our structures need to be adaptable, flexible to go with what is going to help ultimately bring out the results we want. So along the journey, we might have some changes, adjustments to make, and that is part of the process. But Capricorn is very creative. So proving yourself means you are meeting challenges, you are rising to them, and you are creatively discovering what you're capable of that you did not think you could do before. So the same way that we have teachers and taskmasters in our lives that say, go back and do it again. I know you can do it better. It's like so annoying when they say that, right? Or when the universe says that. but ultimately, it is so very loving to have that kind of support to say, you can do this better and go work on it and make it what it needs to be because you are capable. And that is how you prove yourself. And that is the power of a Capricorn full moon. This is the first of two Capricorn full moons. So next month, we will also have a Capricorn full moon. That one will be at the very end of Capricorn. It is rare, but not unheard of to have a new moon or a full moon in the same sign twice in a row. It happens every year or two. It helps us to deepen into that energy. So in this case, of course, we have this Capricorn full moon at the very beginning of Capricorn and next month's Capricorn full moon at the very end of Capricorn. So we'll get to complete the full cycle with Capricorn full moons. We've got the Cancer new moon in between two Capricorn full moons. And so we are focused on, especially with the summer solstice, right? Themes of caring and self-care and how to get our needs met to nourish ourselves, just like the little plants in our gardens that we want to grow and thrive and bear fruit. So when we nourish and care for ourselves, we can also support ourselves to become what we are capable of. So thank you so much for being here. Don't forget that video from last Sunday, June 16th, more in-depth version of today's energies and the Cancer Capricorn dynamics. I also have a guided meditation to support you in working with the Capricorn full moon energies. So check that out. It's in the description for this video. It's $15, well worth it. It is like energy healing for you to listen to this guided meditation. Very, very supportive of you to connect with your own soul's wisdom, deepening into your own truth and what you need to hear from your own deeper wisdom that is going to support you at this time in working with these energies. So check out that guided meditation, $15, support you with these Capricorn full moon energies. And I thank you so much for being here, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I so appreciate your support and watching this video and sharing it with a friend. I am here every day with Astrology for Unshakable Self-Care. So check it out. Follow me for all those self-care tips as we go through the moon cycle and more to access support and self-care for your highest potential. All right, through the messages that the planets bring us. Thanks again. I will see you next time. Bye for now.